Hi, everybody. The rocking chair is available. And good morning to you all. How is everybody today?
Wonderful.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you. I am Ocyphius, as many of you know. There's been a development. You all aware of it. Roxie told you earlier. This one's going to play out quite interestingly. Of course, the resolve is to just do the easy part, remove the videos. But let's talk about synchronicity. Why would that happen? Because there's a play. This one's going to be good. Just to give you a heads up. So, here we go. Which world? Which you? Roxie got some information the other day about this parallel reality. We're going to talk about that today, if you don't mind. This is what we'd like to impart. Parallel realities. There is a current Earth. I'll elaborate. Several current Earths, with several entities on each of those, finishing up those parallel realities until no one is left to support that. But there is an Earth that is being supported and gaining popularity. What I mean by popularity is when most incarnations are hanging out on this world, learning their understandings about themselves and their process of ascension and helping any way they could, and playing their part, not even knowing they're playing their part. When they pass and realize what they are and remember in the full understanding of that it is truly a game, they have options. Everyone does. We get to do what we want to do. We are free will. Now, this parallel Earth, it's a technological marvel. It's a place where Jimmy would love to live. What I mean by that, it's all the technology is available to everybody. Cars are hover cars. Electricity is free. In other words, your house has an antenna that gets electricity right out of the air. There's no more oil, teleporters, duplicators. But they still have jobs. But the jobs are fun. They're working off that last part of it. One global government, one global currency. But things are easy now. In other words, it is literally heaven on earth. To some, but truly not in the way of forgetfulness. For they still do not know who they are. The Creator, God. All of you are on that earth right now. We're going to delve into parallel realities a little deeper and have you understand, if we could, what it truly means to be on another reality. First, we must understand time. Time is how you experience this density. But if you really understand how much time is between each moment of the now, it is truly almost an eon. So much time in between what you would call 1 second and the now to the now to the now. Remember, when you focus your energy, your incarnation, your entity, in this moment of now, you give yourself the memory of your entire lifetime in the past. Every time you come here, every now, the memory is given to fit the timeline. The past does not create the now, and the future does not create the now. The now is the now, and that's all there is. Now, knowing now, if you could fathom how much time is in between each second, that you can go to another density, another parallel reality. Now, we all know our higher selves are in different densities, and our future selves on this timeline of this earth you all are conscious of right now. This right here, we all understand our future selves come back to help us, and our past selves, and we have dream states and all that fun stuff. Okay? But here's what I want to impart. All of you have a conscience. You! Let's try that again to make sure that sinks in. This entity, currently named Roxanne, in this timeline that you all are experiencing, even you out there, this now, has the exact same Roxie. All of you have the exact same of your current incarnations that you understand on this technological timeline. How is that possible? Because there is a millennium of time in between each second. So you can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you guys don't even know you're doing it. Remember, again, about the memory. The memory is given right in the second that you are in there, in the nanosecond, in the pre-second. So, why are you there and here all the time? And literally, it's all the time. You are experiencing a lifetime over there, just like you're experiencing over here. And I'm again talking about the conscience of you in this right here timeline. Are we all following me?
Yeah.
Good back there?
Yes.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing over there? Anyone have an idea?
Living.
Yes, of course, living, yes. But why have you chosen to go over there? And what I mean by that, there is Rita is there, Katrina is there, Fred is there. That's Francine and Ed for you watchers. It just makes it nice and convenient. Jason is there, Dottie is there, Jimmy is there, Wink is there, Roxie is there.
We're playing.
Yes, we are playing. But we're playing the game of a different type of game. Same game in play, but your roles are different. You're not just living, you guys have a purpose. You're over there trying to wake them up. Because, fathom if you will, if everything's good, why do I need to wake up? One moment to the next moment to the next moment, I don't need to question my existence. Only pain, anger, sorrow, frustration, bad, evil in your terms, causes the question. There's got to be more than this. What the hell is it?
The desire for something different.
Bingo. But over there, when it's all good, everything is taken care of. Education is a new paradigm, not this, we'll tell you what to think so you can be successful in this world, narrow-minded. It's very open, and there's not schools, there is what you would call enlightenment centers, that kind of idea, where they're shown how to think, not what to think. So in other words, a lot of the things that we have learned here, that all of what you would call your spiritual new age, I'm tired of the classifications, but I'm just going to say the awakened ones, have all these ideas. Well, you're getting those ideas from your other self over there. And they're giving you those to bring here. But this is an easier enlightenment process, literally, than that other parallel reality. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Again, Here, the choices are prevalent. Over there, they're like, why do I need to wake up? I'm having a good time. So that timeline is going to take longer. Now, you may ask, so what? Let that parallel Earth live on. Ah, well, here we go. When this ascension happens, that one won't happen yet. Why? Because it's going to take them longer to pick up. But the question is, what happens to Mother Earth? She's not hanging out anymore. We'll have 5 billion entities on the planet when Mother Earth is ready to go. Anyone want to experience that?
Well,
Go.
yeah, because it's part of everything.
Yes.
And we've asked for all of the experience.
Yes. You are playing out the depth of every experience. Very good. Very good. Not the bad. Very good. Okay. Now, here's the choice. On the Ascension, we continue to help that, or the collective raises all of their ascensions. We'll just go in and say, okay, humanity has ascended on this parallel reality. But we're done with that one, so we can all go. Or we get to choose to keep Mother Earth because Gaia is willing. So, Venusia will stay where it's at. Your other Earths, in other words, your likeness of this planet supporting life in the other galaxies, and here 7-8 billion planets that support the same idea in this universe. This idea is in play. We're introducing it to the collective right now. The reason why we're introducing it this way is because it'll get out there quickly now. We have enough venues out there to get there through you all, which have enormous connections. And just the idea, and I'm not talking about the idea you need to write down an email and this and that. No, 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 no. Your conscience has it, you give it out telepathically. And by the way, why are we discounting telepathy so much? Get on with it. Everyone's telepathic. Get on with it, folks. It's awesome. Trust yourself. So, this parallel reality is going to be a choice to keep here and continue experiencing heaven on earth. Now, the fourth density, yourself, will continue, if you choose, on to one dimension, stay in the fourth earth, and live out your life there. But when this one ascends, the incarnation upon earth, parallel reality, technological marvel earth, will also have you there. So that now will be ascended. Because this reality, this Roxie, this Rita, this Fred, ascended. That automatically gives that parallel reality an ascended master. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's where this timeline is going. We're introducing it, and if there's enough out there as a collective and a positive thought, when the understanding gets out through this conscience into your thinking minds, grasp on into your conscience where you entertain the idea, raising your vibration, if there's enough in the collective, then we'll keep a parallel third density earth here to live on the technological marvels. Do you like this idea, guys? Is it exciting or is it Because it is, you will not have that earth on this parallel. That's not going to happen. You will ascend before it's all fun, perfect, and everything is there. That won't happen on this earth. Do we all understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the ascension, you've done your job, you have humanity's ascended, but then you have another earth. Not the fourth density earth, the third density earth. just like this, where the environment is wonderful, the food is wonderful, technology is wonderful, teleportation, easy getting around, having fun, experiencing 3D humanity in forgetfulness, but all our potential of what we should or want, that you guys think, to be. Do we all like this idea? Anybody?
Yes.
Okay, so now that it's out there, we'll get out on the video and get into the conscience, and then of course we'll gauge it in the Council of 9, the Council of 12, and all the different federations will go, oh cool, let's go, okay, and then we'll play out that paradigm. Because really, if you think about it, 3D in forgetfulness is wonderful, because you don't know you're the creator, but you get to experience all of 3D and the emotions and the understandings and love and food and smells and, you know, all that wonderful things you can't do when you're light. You know, collapsing light down to mass, into finite mass. To experience 3D is a wonderful reality. View it as that, and of course you will have a better time in the game of life. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, of course now it's out there. Roxie loves the idea. She had kind of a weird dream about it, and she figured it out, and then it finally came to it, and now we're introducing it. So, I'm excited about it. Because we get to continue to do the work with humanity. And humanity, by the way, is the most badass, I'll put it that way, incarnation in all the nows. All the other ones are wonderful in their own right, but the forgetfulness, the creation that you guys, humanity, come up with, not knowing you're the creator, is incredible. Incredible. Truly. Never discount your creative abilities.
So are you saying that just one parallel reality is going to be sustained after Mother ascends from 3rd density to 4th density?
That is correct. Because all the other ones, there's, like I said, there's a nuclear planet, that one's going away, you know, the nuclear blow up, that war took place, you know, several times in different ones. And the one's planet where there's like 5 or 6 people just hanging out thinking they own the entire world and they're lonely. And soon enough, they will go, because they, you know, they got mad enough to say, I'm the only one on Earth, and poof, they were the only one on Earth. They just didn't understand it. You know, they're still trying to figure it out. That one was fun.
Okay.
So, one will remain, and it's all a probability again. We'll see how it plays out. But we wanted to get this out there, get it in the collective, and see how everyone feels about it, and then let it cascade through the collective and see what it is. Because that's what this parallel reality is striving for. But as long as there is politics and the Illuminati and all the bad stuff, and 5 people control all the money of the world, literally, all the money controlled by 5 people, as long as that's in play. So we chose, you collectively, says, nope, we're going to ascend. No more feeding the black, the dark, and we'll just be joyous and it'll go away, and it is. So relax. And let me just say something about the darkness, real quick. The darkness in your subconscious is not evil, is not bad. What it is the unknown. That's what you are exploring. Remember, if there's a dark room and you turn on the light pierces the dark, doesn't it? It shows you what's there. So, going from darkness to lightness, please, as a collective, give up the word evil, bad. It's not. It's just dark. Dark is awesome. Lots of fun stuff happen at night. Don't fear it. Way back long ago, humanity was night dwellers. Why? Because all the predators were sleeping during the day. Or sleeping at night, rather. So they would go out and food, and hunt, and gather. That kind of thing. Make sense?
Yep.
So play in the dark. It's fun. Your eyes will adjust. And if you really, really understand and know that you have the eyesight that you truly do, then of course you will see like a cat. Easily. Everything's lit up, night vision, so to speak. And then if you raise it higher in the vibrations, then you'll see, of course, the vibrations of everything around you, which is easily definable. Much like your movie Matrix Revolutions, I think the last one, when he's walking up there in the Machine City, I think it's called, and everything is light, that kind of idea. So, that is the message that we'd like to impart. Took it very well, thank you so much. And at this time, are there any questions? About anything? Always fun. Always interesting. Katrina?
Well, just wondered, on a parallel universe, do they know that we're here, just like we're aware that they're here?
The ones that are awake over there, sure.
Can you as a person talk to my other self?
You
over
are.
there?
Let me tell you this. It is you, the person that's asking that question, that is over there. It is not another you as in another incarnation. You are in two places at once in your time. Because time is so delayed, you, Katrina, are in two places at once. Now that you have the knowledge of this, now you're going to pop over there, pop over back, pop over there, pop over back. The trick is you're already doing that and giving yourself the memory in the moment of living that life and living this life. And now, guess what? You have the idea. Oh, I am over there. You're entertaining that I am in two places at the same time. My goodness. So I want to remember that life right now, in this now. In other words, you're going to be going back and forth, and living both things at the same time with the full memory of one world and the other. However, what the trick is to get you to realize that here.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be fun for you. When you do it, you're like, holy cow, because you're going back and forth so fast. But it's easy once you understand the now. Be in the isness of now through your days, not attaching to your next and you have tos and all that stuff. That emotion takes you through the roller coaster of life in 2 minutes. Always coming back to love if you all really observe it. So in that, be that moment of now, and that now becomes forever. Because you're always now, now, now. You're never thinking, never thinking. Bashar was right. You don't have to think, literally. Be the isness of one that you are. And life is all now. And relax. And let it go. But you have your desires and your wants to fulfill, and I need to, and I must, and I have to be this, and I have to be that. That's what you're trying to crumble. That's what you're trying to let go of, is your attachments to